Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Disaster. Actress attacked for being too white. That's the topic of this video. Before I jump into the juicy details of the left eating their own type of topic, which is really amusing, before I jump into that, if you go on over, click subscribe, comment, like, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so I mean, it gets a little monotonous bringing up these stories, but they are funny because when there's a group of people that like to bully other people for things that they cannot control, but then after they do the bullying, they themselves get attacked by fellow bullies, like what is going on here with the MCU. It really is something that you just gotta sit back and smile, right? So I'm in here at Bounding into Comics. Love this site, fantastic articles. I mean, they're on the front lines of the culture war. So MCU fans claim casting of Soshi Gomez. That I believe that is how you pronounce that name. I've met other people with this name, and the X is pronounced Soshi. If it's not, correct me in the comments because I want to get it right. But I believe it's Soshi Gomez as America Chavez is colorist. So if you're not familiar with this character, America Chavez right here, okay, this character is basically, I mean, it's basically a Marxist character. It's a woke SJW character. The character is supposed to be, I believe, not, I mean, they don't even call it Latina anymore. It's Latinx, but it's Latina. And she's like, she just has like Marxist kind of like identity. She does like identity activism, anti-police type of stuff. But the ironic thing about it is that her name is America Chavez, but the values that this character embodies is anti-America. It's basically like the polar opposite of Captain America. It's the Marxist female version of Captain America, just to put it plainly. And the interesting is this actress is actually pretty woke. Look at the pin she's got there. She's got a certain flag with a lot of different colors on it. Her Twitter, super woke, super left wing, but now she's getting attacked. So after she's attacked people, she's getting attacked because, of course, the woke mob is obsessed with the superficial qualities of all human beings. Your character does not matter to them. It's only skin deep. It's only what you look like. So they are criticizing her skin tone because, of course, they are. And it's so ridiculous, too, because there's so many characters in the 90s and even early 2000s that everybody loved and nobody talked about their identity. Like, for instance, the freaking Blade Trinity movies. It's a rated R, PG-13 Marvel movies. Wesley Snipes was like the coolest freaking guy ever. I remember going to the video store, riding my bike down the Hollywood Video, renting Blade, and then staying up late with my buddies, and we'd watch it on a Friday night, Saturday night. Nobody brought up the fact that he's black or anything. It was just like, oh, this guy's so cool. But now Hollywood is obsessed with this stuff, and the people that write and the people that are just involved, and it's ridiculous. But I'm going to talk about it. So they're angry at her for being too light-skinned. I'm not surprised they would point that out because that's all they point out. Following her debut in the recent Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness trailer, a number of Marvel fans have taken issue with Soshi Gomez's casting as America Chavez, and in one case, outright harassing her over it, which that's not cool. That's because there's nothing you can do about it, right? It's not like, if a guy's going up for like a role and he's a little bit out of shape and he's supposed to be playing Superman or Batman, and people are like, dude, you got to get in better shape. That's something you can do. You can do something about that. But as far as like your skin tone, what are you gonna do? Over their belief that the Mexican actress is both too light skinned and the wrong ethnicity to play the Puerto Rican superhero. Absolutely ridiculous. What's interesting about that is that when Jennifer Lopez played Selena in the movie Selena in the '90s, it was like the opposite. Jennifer Lopez is Puerto Rican, and she was playing a Mexican character, and she was criticized for that. So there has been instance of this, but it's so much more prevalent now. The 15-year-old Gomez made her first proper but not yet full Marvel Cinematic Universe appearance as Chavez on February 13th, with such shots as her being trapped by a demonic entity, running from Giganto, and traveling through the multiverse alongside Doctor Strange, briefly appearing throughout the latest trailer for the Master of Mysticism's upcoming sequel. While most fans are either overjoyed or found themselves rolling their eyes at the film's inclusion of what is arguably Marvel's most divisive character. I mean, it really is. Her whole, I mean, the character is seriously just a woke character. That's all that it is. It's got leftist values, anti-American values. So it really is. It's meant to be divisive, that character. There is no non-divisive take of that character. A small subset of fans responded to this first glimpse of Chavez with anger, angrily accusing both Marvel and Gomez of colorism. I love how people just make up words, right? Or bigotry based on the shade of one's skin color. I think constantly pointing out somebody's skin color is actually bigotry of one's skin color. For what they perceived as an intentional light washing. God, I mean, somebody needs to buy these people a dictionary of the multiversal traveler. See, this is, right now we're in a period of like narcissism on steroids, because when people make up words, light washing, colorism, when they make up words and they force other people to use them, and they're clearly made up words, that's a form of intellectual narcissism. So here's one of the trolls, and I got to tell you, Twitter really is a cesspool of trolls. I mean, it really is. There are other platforms that, I mean, there's like one platform that got kicked out of the App Store, and there's less trolls on that platform than Twitter. So this person said, "Oh, whitewash America, Chavez, I'm so sorry what they did to you. Just like Wanda," this person, Claudia, whatever. She obviously has way too much time on her hands. Sharing a screenshot of Gomez's Chavez and Phil Jimenez, Volume 1, featuring a darker skin interpretation of the character's comic book incarnation. So that's like what the woke fans wanted, right? But I'm sure if they got an actress that looked exactly like this, they would criticize her hair, they would criticize her eyebrows, or, I mean, who knows? They would find something wrong with her, because there's nothing that pleases these people. Which is why you don't tailor your art to please woke people. You just laugh at them and ignore them. This person wrote, I do want to add, since this is gaining traction, that while I do wish actors were more responsible about accepting these roles, I'm not really interested in vilifying POC actors for taking opportunities like this, and would rather focus criticism on casting directors. I mean, first of all, the girl is super woke, so I'm not a fan of that, but she is 15 years old. And anybody is going to be taking, if somebody offers you a role in a Marvel movie, you're going to take it. I don't care if it's like, a homeless, you're going to be, if somebody's like, hey, you're gonna get your your butterfly man, and you're homeless, and I mean, of course I would take it. It's like, okay, like it's dumb, but I'll take it because it's a Marvel movie. It's gonna pay well. At least you hope so. But it's just troll after troll. Just got blocked for calling out Sochi in the America Chavez role. Called it out. What do you think? Are you going to be going to see this America Chavez movie? Are you going to be giving your American dollars to a movie that, I mean, just let's just gonna say, I mean, that hates America? Are you going to be going to see this thing? Do you feel bad for her? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you want to get future rants, reviews, original content, click subscribe. Later.